That leads us to our second of the 5 EC annoyances today, which is healthy snacks, quote unquote healthy snacks. Where do we start with them?
I was going to say, I get the healthy in quotes for sure. Yeah. I mean, sort of building on the last topic, I think we're just obsessed a little bit culturally with food, and maybe we aren't obsessed. Maybe it's the marketing that makes us obsessed, right? So they can sell their product, but snacking is a major business, right? And as I just discussed, we don't actually need snacks. We have enough in our last meal to make it to the next meal. So, we don't even need this concept of snacking. And when you say, don't eat snacks, it's almost like you're anti-American or something like, how, oh my God, what do you mean no snacks, right? And this really wasn't the point of this part of the podcast, but I think one of the simplest pieces of advice I could give to people that want to lose weight and don't really want to track anything that they're eating is stop eating snacks. Set up your meal just like we've discussed, 2 cups of fruits and veggies, palm-sized protein that gets you towards your lazy macros. If you're still hungry, fill out the rest of the plate with some grains or some nuts or fat sources, or even some of these processed snacks that you like. And the point is, one sitting, one shot, and of course, when you do it that way, you're not going to eat that much of these snacks and then just give up of the notion of eating between meals. I think a lot of people are going to have some success with that kind of simple approach. Mm-hmm. Anyway, of course, I already got down a secondary rant there, but back to the marketing here related to healthy snacks. There's so much about, this is a healthy snack and this isn't. And my point is, unless you're eating actual fruits and vegetables, salmon and avocado, there are no healthy snacks. There are just snacks. And I think people would be better served by thinking about it as I'm eating healthy and I'm eating real food. And then I have snacks, regardless if they're labeled healthy or not. And I hate to get too technical with definitions because when we mince words too much, right, it doesn't really always help everybody. But when I see all this marketing, I feel like there's a lot of confusion around healthy snacks. And I think what happens with, quote, healthy snacks is people think they're either getting fewer or less calories as one angle of it. And then the other angle is that they might be getting more quality or more healthy ingredients, right? So maybe more of the vitamins and minerals. Mm-hmm. And to kind of go down both of those paths, the fewer calories thing, not always. And in fact, many times the healthy options have the same number of calories or caloric density as their conventional counterparts. And people buy these healthy options because they think they are healthy, and then they end up eating the whole bag of the chips. And so now we're now we're at the same place where we were before, is that we just now have excess quantity. Excess quantity is no good. That's where we can have inflammation just from overeating, blah, blah, blah. So when I've done tons of these comparisons, and the conventional chips have the same amount of calories per gram as these natural alternatives, and I think people assume that's not the case. So that's one problem. The other problem then is this idea that there's more quality ingredients. Shouldn't I get the carrot chips because they have more vitamin A or fiber? Unfortunately, that one falls apart as well. I mean, first of all, I hope people aren't holding out for chips to get their vitamin A. I hope that they're getting those from other foods in their diet, and they're not like, well, I'm going to get my vitamin A from the carrot chips today. But the real problem with that approach is even these healthy alternatives, they're so calorically dense to get any significant amount of vitamin A, you have to eat so many calories of them. And so once again, we're in this place where now you're going to overeat on the energy front to try to accumulate any volume of, quote, quality ingredients. And that's assuming that all of these healthy ones have more vitamins and minerals than their conventional counterparts. Again, I've done some comparisons, and oftentimes it's very close to being equivalent. And I've even had cases, depending on what nutrient we're looking at, the conventional chip product actually has more of the micronutrients than the healthy alternative. So I find with these snacks that people end up kind of telling themselves they can eat more for the fact that there's less calories or, quote, better ingredients, when in fact neither is true. And so they end up just eating more. And so I think, again, it just comes back to the idea of eat healthy, eat whole unprocessed foods. And when you do snack, it's going to be minimized, whether or not it's organic, natural, pick your label of choice. That's just a minimal part of the diet.